We on Anything Goes are acutely aware of our responsibility, in broadcasting terms, to you, the viewers. Consequently, we never shy away from those stories which other, more serious programmes may be afraid to touch. Today is no exception. We ask, where did it come from? Why your American visitors and relatives will pay a fortune for it? And is it in fact highly illegal to grow in your back garden? Well, to answer these and other questions, I'm joined now by the eminent shamrockologist, Nicky Furlong. Nicky, where can we find shamrock?
Well, Aonghus, if you look in any field on any square inch on this sacred coast, which of course was blessed by St. Patrick's own feet, you will find shamrock. It's so plentiful that if you were to trip right now, you'd smother in it.
When it's shamrock time in Ireland, and the spring smiles o'er the land, that's the time when dear old Erin, sure it's looking really grand. There are friendly folk to greet you in the kindly Irish way. When the sacred meal falls jaw, you're as welcome as the May.
I see what you mean. Nicky, how did this originate? Where did it come from?
Well, that's indigenous. That was developed here in Ireland on its own, of its own volition, over thousands and thousands and thousands of years after the great ice belt melted, round about 15,000 BC.
And it's been here ever since?
It's been here ever since, yeah.
And why is it particularly Irish?
It's peculiarly Irish because the clover, which is normally found in other countries, cannot, for some reason of soil or conditions or climate, survive. Now, for example, the genuine Irish shamrock, which is used on everybody's lapel on St. Patrick's Day, only grows in Ireland. It is impossible for it to grow anywhere else. In fact, a very interesting situation developed about 6 years ago. A Wexford man imported shamrock from Wales because at that particular time there happened to be a scarcity of real shamrock. And when it was sold in the shops, people purchased it, brought it and put it on their lapels. Inside of a quarter of an hour it had turned jet black. Thus
wow.
the felonious attempt to deceive the people was unmasked.
And none of his cows have calved since?
None of them have calved since. Very grievous state of affairs.
But Nicky, I mean, could we sort out for once and for all the difference between shamrock and clover? You know, this age-old argument on Patrick's Day.
Well, now, Aonghus, this is a shamrock. As you see, it's got a long nodule going along it, a branch and a stem. That's how it's identified. And this, the genuine Irish shamrock, would grow in your granny's ear. Aonghus, on the other hand, this is a clover. Now, clover, white clover particularly, because, as I told you, of its ability to take in nitrogen from the air, is grown extensively commercially by farmers at the moment. Clover or shamrock is never sown, but clover is, so it's all over the place, very valuable to the farmer in grass crops for dairy cows and in silage production and so on. So clover, very big, and for example, you couldn't be deceived by clover. There is a wide difference. If you were to pin clovers onto your lapel on St. Patrick's Day, they'd all fall in pieces because they have large stems, long stems onto single leaves, whereas the shamrock is like a mat and is very easy to pin. The genuine shamrock.
Well, Nicky, this is a story I'm sure we'll return to at some future stage on Anything Goes. Thank you.
When it's shamrock time in Ireland, all your cares soon fade away. When you're dreaming of Killarney or the shores of Galway Bay, there is laughter, joy and gladness and a peace you never knew. When it's shamrock time in Ireland,